is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the February FLURRY Regional Finals. I'm host Human, and we have yet another regional final here for you. In D2 we have number 7 seed Nathan going up against number 8 seed Gio, two players who ran the full season last season. Had some mixed results. Nathan, of course, with a late LCQ berth, didn't get too much in that tournament there, and then Gio went winless last season, wasn't able to do much, but now both have made it to the regional final here. In both two very interesting runs throughout this bracket. Nathan, who's kind of had one foot out the door, has played really well this tournament and looks to play spoiler and potentially make the final four. And then Gio as well has kind of been fighting close games so far, and is now really in a good spot to make the playoffs, secure that berth with the Final Four appearance. Gio looking to be able to do that. We'll be going head to head in this one, and this will be a slightly accelerated stream because we have a D1 game right after this at 10:15 with Yepes, with Captain Yepes. So we'll bring you over there once this is done. But here's the bracket. Apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I'm a little sick today, but should be able to keep rolling through with this. As we've seen from some of the other games here earlier in this round, start off with the dashing region with Luke absolutely dominating and taking care of business 5-1 over Taco. And then later that day on Wednesday, Bree was able to win over Red to make the Final Four in a very chaotic 5-3 match. Now we bring this over to Nathan Gio to determine the third spot in the Final Four. This winner of this will go on to face Luke, who has been an absolute dominant force and is probably the favorite to win. So whoever wins this will have a tough task ahead, but got to get there first. So we'll head over to the stream overlay. Again, could probably be solo commentary, but got both players here with me, and Yepes as well, who will be on the next stream match in about an hour 30 or so. We'll start with some of the pregame questions. I'm gonna start with Nathan on this one, since I think there's definitely been some interesting dialogue going into this. Haven't really been too thrilled about making it to this point in the bracket. However, despite that, you have still played phenomenally throughout this tournament. Any comments going into this match on how you're feeling about this regional final? And even if sometimes you do say it's like not sure why I'm here, whatnot, but and even if you do say that, any comments on what you feel you need to do on your end, at least, to be able to possibly make this Final Four, since it is right in your reach? And you can, and then if you want, you can answer through text. Yeah, text. That's fine. Yeah. Unfortunately, I woke up worse than I was yesterday, so it might be a bit stuffy commentary. And unfortunately, I do not have a co-commentator again, but that's just how it is. So, gonna have to try to fight through this one. Just ready to be done. It was sort of game where people don't think you play well when you have the luck to accompany good play. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. I think you do need some of the fortune, but also need to have some of the mental fortitude with that. But playing Sword, however, tournament just first have decent cards to back it up. Yep. All right. So we'll see how Nathan does, and then for Geo, been an interesting run for you. Again, had the DQ win in the first round, similar to last season's February Flurry, but unlike last season's February Flurry, you won in the next round. So have picked up two wins for yourself, including a very close 5-4 victory in the prior round. What'd you take from that one going into this to be able to try to find a way to come out on top, and anything you feel you need to do in general just to give yourself a chance to put yourself in the positioning to be able to be the winner here?
Honestly, I think that that the last few matches I had were just, I think, a bit of a lucky break from last year's disaster I had. And if anything, I think I do have a chance, but knowing Nathan, because we did play together like 2 years ago, and I know he's a very tough opponent, and luck and skill won't be enough. I need to be able to get some strategy going to find a weak spot in his hand and hopefully use it to get advantage early on and maybe from there try to keep the momentum going and not at least not make him run away with the games because if anything I think if he can get the first games in if he can win the first few games I think he's gonna run away easily. So I think at least winning game two will be fundamental to have a chance, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, we will see how it goes. Again, Avian going to be our ref for this one today, so Avian, feel free to start things up here, and Nathan will have the game one call. We've seen Nathan run the low tier for most of this tournament here, so I would not be surprised if that's what he starts with again, but we'll see. There we go. Yeah. See, it's wait, no, Avian, you have to switch it. Nathan's the higher seed. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, there you go. There you go. Best of nine. So best of nine, one power play. So best of nine, two, 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 one. There you go. And then one power play. So there we go. There we go. Now we'll be ready to get things going here. I believe Nathan said five before. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we see Nathan run this low tier for most of this tournament, so see how this goes. We've seen Captain do this before, and it's worked very well for him. But for Nathan so far, this tournament's been pretty good. And we start with the blue 9 for game number 1. Sooner done, sooner the bed. That's kind of been the motto for Nathan most of this tournament here. Starts with the blue 1 here, so able to get off to an early start, but we'll see if Geo also has the blue or maybe even a 1. Because of the ditto, Nathan has nothing to respond with. It's Uno draw and then that long play. yeah, I was thinking that was going to be a draw. And here we go. And this is kind of what happens sometimes on the 5 card start, where it just ends up being a stall out on both sides. So both had ironically a blue 1 and then nothing else. So we'll see how long this is going. Geo, please keep in mind there is a D1 game that's supposed to go on at 10:15, so please don't be intentionally slow. Alright, switch to yellow 1. And then the yellow 4. And now we're really running the yellow, so both with a potentially a good amount of yellow. Though again, haven't really got a good read yet on what either player has. 5 card starts especially could be a little bit tricky to figure out. It's gonna be check +2 into the wild red. So if Nathan doesn't have a switch here or something to draw cards, this will be game, and that looks to be game here. So I mean, yeah, that one kind of rolled through quickly here. Red skip to end it? Yeah, red skip to end it. 239. Yeah, I don't really quite have much to say on that one. That was it started with a bit of a draw. Started with a bit of a draw there, but ultimately ended with the 3 card run into check, and then Nathan unfortunately didn't have anything there, so Geo goes up 1-0 early. Yeah, again, I don't really have much to say on that one. We could just jump to game 2 quick. But for Nathan, we'll see what he goes with, although full table is available, so he might go 5 again. Yeah, there it is. I mean, that's how he's been rolling so far this tournament, so... Captain does this a lot. The captain does this a decent bit in D1, so... This is not the first time we've seen this, and sometimes there's actually some good success with it. We've seen Captain win tournament 2 last season with this strategy, so... There's 2 yells to start off. It started with the yell 6, then with the yell 4, yell 3. Geo gets to switch to the 3. Now we're both down to 3. This has kind of been the quick pace we could go through most of this. Ditto, both with the blue 3s again so both had the same card in the blue again. Blue 1, 2. I mean, this is another one that's really going down to the wire. And then Nathan is gonna run out here. Can Geo get the Uno though? Does on the switch the red. And the red skip. Wow. Okay. So another plan A game, and again, didn't quite work out for Geo, but yeah, able to roll through it quickly. So yeah, I mean that was mostly just kind of getting the lineups there and just running through with it. Geo a little bit fortunate there, but able to fully capitalize on that. So 2-0 to start off for Geo. Geo will have, again, Geo, I don't got much for you there, so we'll jump over to game 3 once again. Geo, how many cards would you like? Just can't pick 5, which I don't think you're gonna pick 5 anyways, but... Nathan with the suggestion. Would 5.5 be like Geo gets 5 cards and you get 6? That's probably what it would be. Actually, that's probably what it would be. Or actually, no, it'd be Geo gets 6, you get 5. Yeah, because that would technically be the half. Because then when Geo plays, it'd be even. Pick that up though. Yes, going with 11 here. blue +2 to start things off. Yeah, still haven't reached 9 a.m. yet, so I mean that's not the stream cutoff, but that was the stream cap, so we needed to start before then, but it started well before then, thankfully. So glad this game was able to be on stream. Nathan with the 11 card combo here, looking to make it back, go back to 2-1. And Nathan's gonna respond with a 4 card combo, go into green. Solid to know you with some of what Jenna did last season and does this season D1. And here comes some of the here comes some of the banter back and forth here. We were expecting a little bit of this. Nathan's gonna spare Geo from the 11 card run with the green 2. And it's gonna be another ditto. That's the 3rd ditto of this match. And not necessarily with the games, but with how few cards have been played, I'm surprised we have 3 dittos already. Oh, and it's another wild red. That's the 2nd wild of the game. Avion with the blue Robert, not really sure what's going on. Yeah, I mean, for Avion, if you could get a 3-0, that would be big. But gonna have to get there first, and Nathan's kind of just been rolling through. I think for Nathan, I mean, he especially mentioned this in his pregame quote. He felt like he was getting the cards for the majority of this tournament. Seems like started this one, he has not quite gotten it so far. So we'll see if fortunes can reverse there. Now they're looking to play the pink. Doesn't get it. Sticks with the yellow. Nathan goes up to the yellow 9, looking for that pink switch. I mean, colorblindness is a real thing. I know multiple people with it. Geo the Uno with the yellow 6. Tries to switch to the pink 6, doesn't have it. And goes to the yellow 8. Does Geo go up 3-0 here? Just waiting to see if he has it. Wild yellow, wow, it says another wild here. So 3 on the wilds, but I think the more interesting thing here is we have not seen a single +4 so far. Through 3 games, although 2 of them were relatively quick. This one a little bit longer, but again, not much, only about 4 minutes. But yeah, I mean, Geo kind of just ran through the motions for the most part. Had the big combo to start with the 4 cards, but ran just pretty much numbers than the 2 wilds the rest of the way. But yeah, I mean, Geo has put himself in a very good spot here. And again, this has been a quick match. For Nathan, I think he's just not really getting much of the cards. And I think ultimately this is coming down to the wilds here, because again, we haven't seen a single +4 so far. But yeah, we're gonna jump into the game 4 here. Again, not really having much to comment on in terms of in between games. But we're gonna go to 9 here, and as Gio could go 4-0, he's in a very good spot to make the make the final four here. I mean, with the good pace we're on right now, technically we could afford a 30-minute game, although I don't know if either player would want that specifically. They're gonna save the 30-minute game for game not, and if we get there. Game 1 and game 2 gonna reverse that a bit. Okay, this is a 3-card run. The red 0 didn't go through, but gets it now. Weirdly enough, goes quicker actually. That might be better because again, I don't know how great my commentary can be when I'm a bit like clogged up and stuffy, but Gio tries to go for the I mean Geo Classic, but we've seen some other players do this also. I mean, especially Clint. Although Clint somehow doesn't do it intentionally. So Clint somehow does it accidentally, which I don't understand how, but I've seen that before. But red 5 from Nathan. Looking to take the lead here. That is true. Gio does it accidentally as well. Sometimes with Uno you have to pretend that your big play was intentional, because sometimes just isn't. That's just kind of the make sure you're looking great mentality. But sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it isn't. Just got to make sure you blend both together, and everything you do is with intention and purpose. But switch the green here. Run the green. And again, this might end up being the second match in a row for the February Flurry where we see a bit of table talk here. This one we were expecting a bit of banter, but I don't think it's gonna get to the levels it was last match with Red and Bree. Goes with the reverse. Again, looking to separate the gap a little bit, and then runs out. Okay, so only one yellow. Goes for a double that gives Nathan the lead. And goes one up the yellow 9. Okay, for Nathan, getting back on the board will be important. It hasn't been the best start so far, but a draw is not going to help matters, unfortunately. I mean, technically a two card run is a chain, so chain is just when you play more than one card in your turn. This will be the longest game so far, as we're about to hit 4 minutes. So we had have a bit of a draw city. Nathan had a bit of a reprieve with the yellow 0, but not gonna get much out of it. So we keep drawing. Nathan with another one here, and I actually think this is good for Nathan that he's getting some of these top decks because it allows him to stay relatively low on the cards here. And ultimately, what I've seen is sometimes it's just about positioning yourself to be in a position to benefit from a fortunate draw, and I think Nathan has been able to do that so far with some of these top decks, but again, gonna probably need a switch here to keep things going. And there's the first +4 of the game. Geo has it. That's 4-0 on the Wilds here. Nathan responds to the double, but I mean, ultimately, uh, Nathan's still in the lead despite that, but not exactly what Nathan wanted to see there. Now we're just running the blue. Another ditto. And back to the yellow here. Nathan looking for a slight stall here, but maybe also could serve this as a transition to the next color. Ooh, and the crossover to green. And that's going to be a rainbow, so pop out the Skittles. There we go. Red reverse here. Geo looking to tie things up. Uno play red 4. Almost drew. That would have been bad. Coming down to the wire here. Runs out on red. Can Nathan get the Uno? Gets the Uno on the switch with the green. Just about to hit 7 minutes. Nathan looking to get on the board, make it 3-1. Alright, so Geo gonna go for a risk here. Potentially. Green skip, green 8. And not gonna pay off, so Nathan ends up taking that one on the board, 3-1. Longest one of the series, and still has not found a wild. Hasn't found a skip either. I just saw that. Wow, 7-0 on the skips. So it's been a really weird distribution so far in terms of the power cards, but Nathan's still making it work to get a game for game 4. I mean, Nathan, I know you're probably just gonna looking to roll through this. Gio, on your end, anything you felt that maybe went wrong there, or that you can maybe swap up in the next game, or is that just kind of how it came down to with how the cards drew?
Honestly, I think I was just a bit unlucky. I mean, it really happens. But the first 3 games were really like ton of luck, especially because the 5 cards mean short games, and having just a 3 card chain can give you a free win basically. Yeah, I was more unlucky because the cards he made me draw with his draw 2 weren't really the best. I ended up with many numbers and not much to change colors, so I think he really deserved this one. Maybe I just hope he keeps this pace for the next few games so we can have a more close matchup.
All right, we'll see how it goes for Geo. Nathan, again, assuming just kind of looking to roll through with it, but Nathan, I mean, you are on the board. Any comments going into now your second homestand here? Shane, you're still dragging on for 7 minutes. Listen, sometimes you just got to take that long to get the win. But Nathan's gonna have the game 5 call. Just can't pick 9, and we'll be going back to 5 here. I think this is the first time I'll be on seeing Nathan's mentality through this tournament here, so it is getting caught a little bit by surprise. But we might see some of this later on with Yepes captain as well. And gives the 5 countdown. And we start with a red +2. Okay, I mean, there's very much a possibility that neither has a +2, but Nathan's not gonna jump on it. I would think that's because he didn't have a +2, but we'll see. Only one red. Geo with a red as well. Can Geo play it? Geo gets it. 3-4. These 5 card starts have been more favored for Geo so far. Bit of a talk. Another wild. Wow. Yeah, and I mean, again, Nathan said it in the pre. Again, keep bringing this up because he said in the pregame, and Nathan does have a +2, but that's the only green he has. Leaves it open. But yeah, I mean, I mentioned it before in the the pregame for Nathan. It's just kind of been a lot of this run for him. Felt like he's had the cards, and so far, I mean, you see, just hasn't really had much. No wilds, and I mean, more surprisingly, 8-0 on skips, which I mean, that one is astonishing to be honest. But Gio ends up drawing. I mean, the only real thing that needs to be able to kind of fight back with is the 2+2s. But even when it's that little, it's really not a lot. When you have 4 wilds, oh, and the skip, and that's 3 skips in a row. So, gotta get back up there. Barely gets the Uno call. That was very close for Nathan. Um, but we'll see what Gia responds with. Yeah, that was a matter of within a second. I mean, the bot's the technically the automated ref here, but that run's actually gonna give Nathan the win here. So finally gets one on the 5 card. Now won't be able to pick 5 cards for the next one here, but I think we have an idea where he's going on that. Yeah, okay. +2 seems to foil what Gio was going for, and yeah, you know, sometimes even if it's risky, the +2 draw allows for you to kind of put yourself in a better spot here. So instead of waiting for having that close, sometimes just going for it and hoping you don't get slapped in the face right back. Can work out, and we saw that right there with Gio kind of getting 2 weird cards and Nathan able to get that run. All right, gonna go with 6 for game 6 for game 6. Yeah, so 5 for game 5, 6 for game 6. Yeah, I mean, Nathan's looking to run low here. That's not how this works. Uh, no, that'd be 15. But blue 5. That will be the start. I don't think we're gonna see power plays till the later games here, but we are in game 6, so technically at minimum 2/3 through getting 2/3 through the series. Anyways, both having interesting comments on their hands. I would not be surprised if this is a bit of a split. Alright, Nathan's gonna do a bit of a reset on this with a wild yellow. That might not be a good color for Geo here, we'll see. But that's also Nathan's first wild of the game. Or even just the match. Now we run the yellow here, but for how long can Geo run it? Yellow 0. Nathan draws. Might have actually been looking for a switch there. Didn't get it. And now Geo off to the races. Yeah, so for Nathan, I think that slightly backfired there. I think he was looking for a quick switch from Geo, but didn't quite get it. And unfortunately, Geo does run out on yellow, but is in the lead right now. Yeah, bit of a draw city. Nathan does get the top deck yellow 4, both looking for a switch. Yellow reverse from Geo. Can he chain it? No, he does not. So leaves the reverse open. Nathan's not going to go for it. Doesn't seem he has any reverses there. But Geo gets another top deck with a yellow 3. And there's the switch. We go into red now. Geo able to play it, so red works for him. He's going 2 down. And that's going to be a draw. So I think this is kind of the problem for Geo, because I mean, if he has split colors here, that's going to be a bit of a tough spot to be able to get this game win here, especially where he's at right now. But yeah, ultimately gonna have to come down to what we're doing. Apologies for the language. But you're gonna have to see what, I mean, really gonna have to see what ends up happening on that, but +6, big response there for Nathan, and that will give him the lead. Geo gets quite a few cards here. We'll see how he runs with this, but again, Nathan was down 3-0, looking to make it 3-3, make it a best of 3, and I mean, he just did that with the double +6 runs, and Nathan has brought this back all of a sudden. Yeah, and only with one wild too. Really has kind of. I mean, even then the +2 is just able to line up for that last game. Besides that, really has been running mostly numbers. So, been a good comeback from Nathan so far. And I mean, again, well, sometimes it comes down to being able to have the cards at the right time. Ultimately, it's being able to execute. Nathan's been able to execute so far, and we are tied here. Should be 44-33. I'll check. Yeah, 44-33 here on that one. I mean, technically, if he did do the split chain, he wouldn't have been able to finish the game. But, yeah, game 7 here, going away. 13 cards start here. That's actually pretty good, except for that yellow 6. Oh, the wild could, in a way, solve that. Yeah, but you couldn't have gone for the +20 there, because then you would have gone thrown back. So that is some good ammo control. There's some people who would have thrown the +20, get the Uno, and then uh, have everyone be at like 15, 20 cards. But right to the start off, 13 card start, and suddenly we're at a best of 3 now. This is game 7. Good. Again, another game that's been pretty quickly paced, but we'll see who gets the advantage here. Red 7 to open. Gotta play this like NJ if ever went to a finals game 7. Would need 2 more, but yeah. Yellow 9. Some confidence on that one there. I think this game is going to be really critical because I feel like both these players will save their power play for that lineup for the game 5 win. So whoever wins this goes up 4-3 and will be in position to do that. Some more of the bands is some more of the banter we were expecting, but ooh, and a +2 there with the three card run. Nathan with the casual I have +4s comment, which we see a few times, and decides to save them with the draw. Get the goes in the yellow 4. Yeah, I mean the fifth one's a bit of a backdoor slipped in the pocket. It's a little bit of a have to be an open investigation, but it's because it switched to the blue 4. And then now we're running blue. Again, there you see the table, and now you see the flip. Geo now up to 12 with another +6. So that puts Nathan on 8 +2s now. Geo with 2. And I think the +2s are really coming into play to help balance things out on the lack of skips. Although I think the +2s definitely would be considered a bit stronger. Gets a wild here. Yeah, again, Nathan looking to run things down here. Ooh, and a +4, so I believe that's that would be Nathan's first +4, I think. Yeah, so and only the second of the match. I have not really seen many +4s so far. But yeah, that guy keeps throwing Geo further behind here. Green 1. Nathan down with the green 0. It's bold. Wild blue, so it's another wild. Geo looking for that. Does Nathan actually have the finishing combo here? No, nothing there with only draws. The combo ends up being a draw, and now Nathan maybe in a bit of a tailspin here. And I think this table talk is just interesting because some of it technically can be a strategy. I mean, in this case, I don't think it is, but some of it can be a strategy, just kind of getting in your opponent's head. Um, but Nathan with no switch there. Gio looking to keep running the blue. Let's get a blue skip. Blue versus blue 5. Able to run the triple there. I mean, yeah. Technically, it would be classified as strategy, even if sometimes it really isn't, but yeah. That is true. I did see that on your resumes when you joined the league. Almost Gio lied on his resume. But again, there's the table right now. Just about to hit 7 minutes here. Looking for one of the longer games here. Another wild from Gio. That's 3 this game. Oh, and a +4 to shut things down quickly. Both looking to use their 5 wilds and +4s. I don't know if that last one's going to be seen, but are on our way to the longest game here as we just passed it a bit ago. Gio looking to go for a risk here. Red 4. Exhale, inhale. Does a little bit of the reverse here. And the question is, can Nathan close this game here? Not quite, but he gets down closer. Now what's the play for Gio here? Because he's I mean, currently he's stuck on 9 cards. And it might not. I mean, might not be on 9. It looks like we might get a double here. I mean, technically technically this bot does have the function of the ref pass if someone's like being disruptive. So then Myhel joins. Sees 3-3. Nathan does not want him on the field. Oh my goodness gracious. +4, +2, big run. It's still going. And runs out on that one. So looking, that one was just basically to throw cards on. Draw on the green skip. Unless that was legitimately a mistake. Which in that case, that's not good for Gio. Well, Gio, you have 6 cards, not 7, so... Nathan able to play the green 8 here. Real possibility that Gio needs to look for a switch here. Doesn't get it. So, I mean, he throws cards and that might not do well at the end. Does get the switch there, though. And now we're tied. But not in Gio's favor here. Nathan looks to keep rolling and possibly make this 4 straight. Switch the red. Nothing for Geo. And now Nathan is on a roll here. I think that +4 and +2 combo really has not been working out for Geo. Might have been a bit over aggressive on that. Well, I mean, sometimes you just lose the 50-50s. That's kind of how Uno goes sometimes. Gotta go for another 50-50. Switch the blue. Nathan has it with the blue 7. Nathan's been able to line up the cards so far, whether it be from his switches or Geo's. Ooh, and gets the double here, so I think that's what Geo was looking for. So gets that, and again it's back tied, but really getting down to the wire here. This could be this could be the ending of the game. Nathan runs out on blue. 11 minutes 30. Switch the yellow. Gets the switch. Geo at Uno. Nathan plays the yellow 9. Can Geo close the game out here? Now a bit of his own commentary. Does not have the finish there, and Nathan does not have the ending anyways. Past 12 minutes now. Geo draws again, both looking to be in a position to benefit off a bailout. Geo gets yellow 7. Nathan keeps drawing. That might be another draw. No, it's probably another draw because we saw the 7 before. Yeah. Oh, gets it off the bail. Wow. Now we run green. And Geo draws. And that might not work out well, actually, because Nathan keeps running the green. Yeah, might have got a bit too excited with that switch. And Nathan able to switch down to blue. And now Geo is just in a terrible, terrible spot right now. Blue 9. Wild red. Again, another wild showing up. The last wild of the game here. That's all 4 wilds. Geo with a double, so he closes it. Makes it close. And that's going to end it. So after a 13 minutes 37 game, Nathan has won 4 straight. And I ultimately think the switch the green 7 ended up costing Geo there. I mean, Nathan, I'm just gonna ask you this real quick before we go into game 8. Obviously, I know you're saying you got the cards right, but I just want to ask, what's the composure like to be able to, despite being down 3-0 to start out, be able to win 4 straight here? Now you're in a position 1 away to make the final 4. So any comments on just generally like kind of being composed to make sure you're not like giving up on that? And especially with the pull the comeback win, to really let the cards come to me. If they don't, it doesn't stress me out. Uno is the sort of game where you really need to fall apart when you're down. I honestly think that's very well said. Have bad luck if they don't, just find a way back into it. All right. For Geo, it's been 4 straight losses here so far. 1 more and runs over. But any comments on this one? You made a comeback in the last round. What do you feel you need to do to be able to make a comeback here?
once you expect winning stuff and then going down with Nathan. Honestly, last two games were really unlucky for me. Had the little to no card synergy and couldn't find a way to get all my cards down. For example, there I played the green set. That was like my only play there. I did the right play. Green probably. Nathan drew on green. Now we try to repeat what it
I think you're cutting out a little bit. I think the ending of that was just looking to repeat, but repeat what he did in the last round. But yeah, I mean, not really much momentum rolling through Geo so far. Four straight for Nathan, but see how this goes. Geo has the call for game 8, last game call for him of the match. We'll see what he goes with. Nathan encouraging the 5 card start, but we'll see how they go. Nathan has won on 4 different card starts the last 4 games, so technically, yeah, because it's MCSR. Wait, hold on, don't start. I don't know if Geo, I don't know, it's Geo's, hey, hold on. It's Geo's. Okay, Geo wants to go for the full send here. So it would be 15. It's Geo's card start. So wants to go 15. I think we're gonna go with the first one here. But 5 on the table. 5 is on the table if we go 9, or to go to 9. Oh man, free choice start here. Wild +4. That could be a bad omen for Nathan, but we'll see. I mean, +4 start, so they think it's free choice of wherever. And let's go with the red one to start off. Red 5. God, this illness is really beating me to death here, but still here. Switch the yellow. Yeah, and then cross over to green now. So again, I don't think we're gonna get draws early, but never really know. Sometimes someone just straight up doesn't get any of one color, especially even on 15. But yeah, just kind of rolling through on the greens now. And just as I say that, Nathan does not have any more greens, so only had those two, and that was the switch. So maybe he was looking for some light switching, and didn't quite get it. Trying to go for the pink. And plays a blue instead, so bit of a lie there. But Nathan running with the blue too. And now we're just run blue, but I mean Gio's gonna have the lead right now. 9 cards. Nathan with 12 looking to go down to 11. Maybe a bit of a run also to be less. That's a big run here. It's going to be 4 cards. And that gives Nathan the lead. I think it gives Nathan the lead now. Yes, it does. He's going the red. And denies the red here with a wild. Draws. Blue 7. And then finally finds the red 7 on the first one there. Does Gio have the card efficiency? Okay, maybe getting slightly flustered. Not really, but maybe a +4 incoming. +4, yeah, okay, that's a 4 card run with the +4 start off, and we go to yellow. It's suddenly a game 9 looks that is you can't use it now, but let's look at the maybe power play there, but wasn't able to do it yet. We'll see what Nathan responds with. Ooh, and a +12 to respond with, so it throws Gio all the way back to 15. And a slight ammo war now breaking out here for game 8. Trying to play the yellow 1. Gets the switch. Got G with 15. I have a bit more flexibility to play around the deck, but Nathan looking to wrap this series up with 5 straight. Yellow 7. Now the yellow 2. Nathan running down the yellows. I mean, the further Nathan runs down these yellows, the more concerning it gets for Gio. He's gonna go for the switch on the blue. Nathan still has the blue though. Despite the switch is out of it, still has some blue left over. Double there. Keeps running the blue. Yeah, I mean, again, this has been another really good showing from Nathan, because I think there's been times where he hasn't really had the cards, but was able to get some lineups to kind of reset things and run it from there. But a green switch is actually going to hinder his run right now. +2 from Gio. And suddenly we are tied. It's another 0 as well. Green reverse. I think that's because of the yeah, there we go. Nathan splits things in half, goes into red. He's maybe looking to line up for a potential game winner, but doesn't quite get the opportunity to do so. Gio might be going into a long thing here because he knows what Nathan wants, just not specifically what color. Gio's gonna power play. Might end up being a bit more defensive. Nathan draws. So Gio does win this game. He will not have the power play going into game 9. But sometimes you gotta use it early. We did technically see that with Nathan in his prior match where he used it earlier. And despite that, still was able to win the game. So sometimes using it early is better because sometimes you might not get that opportunity to use it in game 9. But Gio rolling through on the blue now. This is working out well. And then Nathan gets red 6 switch. Will that be enough to stop things, or are we going to game 9? Fun fact, game 9. And a +4, and wow, we are going to game 9 here. 8 minutes, 58 seconds. Was looking to see if you could have the power play ready, but, I mean, that double chain is really not going to leave much of an opportunity to do so. But, wow. But we're off to game 9 here. This will be the decider. But Gio, I mean, able to finally break through after 4 straight, and now suddenly we are going into game 9 here with very much likely a 5-card start here. So any comments going into this as you're gonna have to do it without the power play, which could be risky, especially with the expected 5-card start that we're expecting from Luke, or not Luke, expecting from Nathan. What am I saying? Winner of this place,
I mean,
Luke.
honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I think honestly, yeah, that power play was fundamental to the game. I did exactly like I did last game against Marcus, last match, and I think that's a pretty good strategy because despite I had a bad card synergy, I had mostly choose, so I could just get rid of half the colors, and yeah, I was lucky that Nathan had to draw on blues. Now we just need to hope that he doesn't have a 2-turn win chain, and if he doesn't have that, we have a good chance, I think. Otherwise, it'll be a good game anyway. But we hope to win, obviously, now.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the sometimes the fortunes. I think Nathan has been getting mostly less fortune throughout this series. I mean, in terms of the wilds and +4s combined, it's 12-4 right now in Gio's favor. The only category Nathan's winning is the +2s, 12-5, and most of those have been just chained up runs. So yeah, I mean, Nathan's been playing very well to keep himself in this, and then the 4 straight as well. But we're going to game 9 here. Nathan, any last comments here before we jump into it? Nope. All right. Well, let's get going here. Game 9. Nathan still has his power play. We're expecting the 5. Maybe it doesn't mix up though. We'll see. And there it is. So just gonna run the 5 here for the 4th time this game. Puzzle down. Was hoping for the full send. Unfortunately, full send was the last game. There's the game 8 hand. I mean, yeah, that's a really strong hand with 2+4s. But yeah, I mean, besides that, mostly numbers for the most part. I mean, the wilds there are really the big difference maker on that. He wants 5. 5. It's Nathan's. I'll be on with the big confusion. It is a little late for him, but this will be it. This will be the decider. Winner of this faces Luke in the final 4. And we start with a yellow 7, and I mean, again, this very much could come down to what this starting hand looks like for both players. And the double is going to be a really good start for Nathan here. And again, it's going to be high alert for Geo throughout this game with only 5 cards. Is not going to have the power play to work with. Nathan's definitely going to look for that power play lineup to end it. Nothing left on yellow for Nathan. Only had those 2 colors, or those 2 cards. Can Geo keep it running though on the yellow? No, so not much yellow there to start things off. Nathan gets to skip, hands it in, and hands it in to trade it. So gets a new card with that. Also leaves it open for a potential switch. Another draw, so nothing for Geo. Alright, power play from Nathan. He might have just got the bailout the win. Could it be potentially like a +4? There's the +4, and blue 7 gets the Uno, and with the number efficiency, a bailout helps Nathan send himself to the final 4. Slightly anticlimactic win to end there, but Nathan does it with the bailout, and I guess again just kind of able to roll the dice well and do well. But next time, good admit I would have won last game. Remember my power play. Yeah, but Nathan 5-4 keeping it going. I mean, I think the real big difference maker was the 4 straight in the middle of this one. You're off to the final 4, and I mean technically you do have a playoff spot now, but yeah, last game before your final hand. Yeah, I mean that would have. I mean you probably could have finished that. Yeah, so game 8 was a 1-turn win for Geo, but a quick game 9 is going to wrap things up here, and Nathan makes to the final 4. So, Nathan, any expectations for Luke, who is in the VC right now, for that final 4 matchup? Again, this is going to be both players' first final 4, and Nathan wins the Arctic region, so able to keep this run going. And also, this is perfect timing to be able to transition to the D1 game. Yes, expect to start off with a nice deficit. The bot lulls me in the false security of a short match, then it gets slapped with enough luck to force to game 9. I mean, honestly, I think throughout most of the match, I think the stats definitely show a good bit of it. Maybe not the full thing. The wild +4s kind of evened out at the end, but kind of was fighting through it a bit. +2s were a big help to reset the game, but besides that, was kind of just having to deal with a good chunk of numbers and able to get those lineups to close things out. So I think, again, another impressive showing from Nathan. But over the Geo, unfortunately, came up 1 game short. Had to run the roulette wheel for game 9 and did not come out on the winning end. Any comments on this run in general, or anything you felt maybe could have gone a bit different in this game, and expectations going into Archery April for you?
Honestly, I think really expected. I mean, Nathan is really formidable, and in all the start, even though it really scared me, I never really liked poker. But once we come me with the motivation. After last year, I really thought I wasn't even going to win a game. So coming up, I'm coming more fired for April and to make it this far, but as a tactic.
yeah, a bit of a tune out there, but yeah, again, Nathan gets the win here. Moves on to the final four against Luke. That'll be an interesting one to watch out for. Again, two UUL players. Luke considered one of the favorites to win this tournament. Nathan kind of just looking to spoil the party here, as he makes the final four. And I mean, technically with this, he does have an LCQ spot, but I don't know if he's gonna cash that in or not. Probably not. We'll see. But big win for Nathan. I mean, this is a really good run to be able to go out on for him, no matter what happens. So at least he could tip his hat for that, no matter what happens in this final four. But gonna have to go up if it gets a very tough opponent, and won't have the home field for this one. So gonna be a bit different. But we have a D1 game in about 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations for Nathan on the win. Very great performance from him. But yeah, on behalf of everyone, we thank you all so much for watching. We'll be right back with Captain versus Yepes over in D1 March Madness to determine who makes the Final Four, who claims the first Final Four spot over there. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I'm G-Man, and we'll send it over to, I believe, I want to say Jesse Turner. Yeah, I think it's Turner streaming this one. Let me double check, because I don't want to leave you off with misinformation. No, it's Seth Cole. My mistake. We'll hand you off with Seth Cole, who will be taking that one with commentary from Short and KT. But until then, take care. We'll have our last February Flurry regional final on Sunday at 2 p.m. So make sure you tune into that. But we'll hand it over to Seth Cole and Co for the D1 match of Captain Yepes. But until then, take care.